Morton County residents recently received a notice that their property assessment values are increasing by 22%. In tonight's KX Conversation, Christina Randall sat down with Morton County Director of Tax Equalization, Donna LaFleur, to learn what caused the large increase.
Can you give me kind of a little background or a little education, little mini education lesson on property tax?
Okay. Well, we're charged with incentive code is determining the market value of all properties. So that's our number one goal. The property tax system in the state is based upon that market value. It determines when taxing entities pass their budgets. That market value determines how much each taxpayer pays of that budget. So the process we have to go through every year, and this will kind of answer your questions too about why did we go up so far in value this year. The state requires us we start with the values we had last year, and then we have to look at our sales from the prior year, and we determine what's called the median sales ratio. So sales ratio is just our assessment relative to each sale. So if our assessment was 80,000 and it sold for 100,000, we would be at 80% of that sale.
Okay.
That would be our sales ratio. So then we do use the median. So the median is the one in the middle, of course. So that kind of throws out extremes because you do get properties that sell for way high and way low, and they don't want to base the county on that. That's why we don't use an average either, because an average will take those extremes into account. So by using the median, that one in the middle, they're kind of saying this is your most reflective sales ratio. So then what they do is they take your prior year value and they say, okay, you told me it was this, but because of these sales, you were wrong. So we're going to now adjust that value according to the sales. So like last year, Morton County was about 76% in 2022. So they take our starting value, the value that was approved last year by the Morton County Commission, and they divide that by 76%. So then you get a new number. And so when we refer to being between 90 and 100%, it's of that new number that we're referring to. So I see you have the handout there in your hands. So if we kind of go through this, in 2022, the Morton County Commission approved $720 million out there. So now we got to take out anything that was demolished because it was there last year, but it's not there this year. So we got to remove those values out before we do the calculation. Same thing with new construction in the new year. It wasn't there last year, so you got to remove that stuff because it's they want apples to apples. So they want the homes that were there last year and this year is what they're trying to do with that. So we back out anything that was demolished, then we get $716 million. Then we take our 2022 sales ratio, which is 76.8%, is where we're at. And then they call it the indicated market value. So we divide that 716 by the 76.8, and that's where you're going to get that $933 million.
Okay.
Okay, so that's our indicated market value. So they're saying you said it was 120, but you were way off because of the sales. So your real value should have been $933 million if you had known about those sales before. But of course we didn't last year. So as a result of that, then that's now the number we got to be between 90 and 100% of. Okay, so then that gives you the range there. So 933 being the 100% and 840 million being the 90%. Okay, so we got to be somewhere in between those two numbers with our new values this year. So now the Morton County likes to be at 92%. So as a result of that, we increased our values, and my thing's being sticky there, to the 862 million or 882 million. Now that number is going to be a little bit in flux because as we're working with people, and there's appeals and we're finding errors, that kind of reduces out of that number. So that number is not going to be static. That's just what it was at the time I did this for the Morton County Commission, which was on April 25th.
That's all I got for you.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much.
Yeah.